I'm sorry you couldn't join us today. We certainly missed you. But I've recorded what we did so you can follow along right at home and act as if you were with us in person. So here we go. I read to everybody Olive the Other Reindeer. I love this book. And it's so funny. I love the illustrations on the front because is Olive a reindeer? I don't think so. She looks like a dog to me, right? I don't know. Let's open up the book and we'll see what happens in the book. And I love all these pretty pages they have before the story actually starts. There she is again, Olive the Other Reindeer. There she is again. And see if I can make sure that the screen looks at the picture so you can see the picture. Here we go. Every day, Olive took her daily dog walk. Winter, spring, summer, or fall. Today was a winter's day. It was the holidays. There was music playing outdoors. People were singing along. Olive the Other Reindeer. I bet you know that song, don't you? Olive was too shy to sing. She hummed. Back at her doghouse, Olive was wrapping presents. Let me make sure you can see that picture. And listening to the radio. She heard the same song again. Olive the Other Reindeer, went the song. Olive the Other Reindeer, Olive sang along. Olive the reindeer, said Olive. I thought I was a dog. I must be a reindeer. It was the time of year when all reindeer reported to the North Pole to help Santa Claus. Olive put down her scissors carefully and marched out the door. Where do you think Olive's going to go? Let's see. She took one bus and then two buses. Look at this bus. It looks like a Zamboni. Do you know what a Zamboni is? It's something that cleans the ice in an ice rink. She got there just in time. Santa was checking his list for the second time. There he is. I wonder if your name's on that list. Elves were busy helping the reindeer and loading the sleigh with presents for all the good girls and boys. Everyone was getting ready to go. There they are. Olive took her place. Santa noticed that there was a little dog in the lineup. Santa knew a lot about dogs. For instance, they can't fly. But as it was time to go, he decided to give Olive a chance. Comet, the biggest reindeer, used a piece of extra ribbon to make sure Olive was tied in safe and tight. Now they were ready to go. Well, that's nice of him. Olive was surprised it was so easy to fly. I bet we could do that too, huh? Put a string on our back and we can go with Santa's sleigh. This says toys. The other reindeer were very curious about the new helper. They looked at Olive so much they weren't watching where they were going. Crash! They flew smack into the top of a too-tall tree. Oh dear, said Santa, my sleigh is stuck in this tree. I'll have to cut it free. Olive clung to the side of the tree. She tried to fly up to help Santa, but she could not. She climbed up slowly and started chewing. Chewing sticks was something Olive could do well. Thank you, Olive, said Santa Claus as they got back on their way. Look at all the deer holding on to the tree. They had not traveled far when Olive's nose began to twitch. Olive smelled trouble. It was the smell of gumdrops, candies as they fell from the sleigh. Drop, drop, drop. Olive barked and Santa knew what to do. Look at there's Santa. He steered the reindeer down and around so that all of the gumdrops fell. Plop, 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 back into the toy sack. Well, that was lucky. We were very lucky not to lose a single gumdrop. thought Olive. Then she heard a strange sound. It was the musical note. Ee! She spun around on her string to see the night sky filled with falling flutes. Olive had to howl louder than the wind instruments. This was not music to Santa's ears. First gumdrops and now flutes, thought Santa. That tree must have torn a hole in my sled. Prepare for an emergency landing, Santa instructed. I'm sorry, boys and girls, can you hear the dogs barking? The sleigh landed in a snowy field full of flutes. Luckily, Olive was very good at fetching sticks. It is something dogs love to do. Before Santa had finished patching the hole in the sleigh, Olive had returned each and every flute back to the sack. Ho, 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 said Santa. We're ready to go. Well, that's good. His toy sack is all full again. They were running late, but after a while, all the good children received their presents and Santa and his team headed home. Oh, that's lucky. Here's everybody tucked in bed, like you'll be doing soon. They were almost home when they got caught in the dreaded North Pole fog. The reindeer slowed down until it was only the breeze that moved them along. The fog was as thick as a pillow. It made everyone feel sleepy. Then Santa remembered something about dogs. They are expert smellers. Olive, I'd hate to be late for breakfast this year, he said. Mrs. Claus has planned a parade of cookies. You can almost smell them, can't you? Olive could smell the cookies. Olive, won't you guide my sleigh this morning? Asked Santa. Olive moved to the front of the reindeer. Look at her nose smelling those cookies. Thanks to Olive's nose, and Mrs. Claus baking, they made it all the way back to the North Pole. All of the elves sang out a cheer, hooray, hooray! Santa and the reindeer and the little doggy are back. Look how beautiful Santa's house looks. All the elves and the penguins and the snowmen. Ooh, that would be fun to visit. And there's Santa and Mrs. Claus. Back at the North Pole, it was a glorious morning. After eating lots of good food, it was time to open presents. The reindeer got jump ropes, and the elves got toy trains. Santa reached into his toy sack. There was just one present left, and it was for Olive. It was her very own set of reindeer antlers. They fit perfectly. Then everyone went outside to play reindeer games. The end. There's Olive with her reindeer ears. I love that story. Olive the dog helped Santa find his way back home. Isn't that fun? Kind of a little bit of a different spin on the story, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but it was. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a directive draw. And you remember what that is. This time we're going to draw a reindeer. So you need your piece of paper, the heavier piece of paper that I put in your envelopes. And if you don't have that, you can just pick any white piece of paper to draw on. And I've put mine on a clipboard just so I have a harder surface because I'm going to keep on showing it to you. You can do it right on your table if you want, or if you have a book, you can put it underneath the book. Anything that's hard so you can draw on that. Okay? All right, and then you need a pencil. Don't forget a pencil. We always first draw with our pencil, and then you can color in everything with your crayons. So let's get started. The very first thing we want to draw is his head, and that's going to be an oval. And remember, an oval is like a circle, but it's just longer. So we're going to do an oval kind of in the middle of the paper. Uh-oh, I made my oval a little bit wider at the top. That's okay. You can make yours however you want to do it. Let me make sure you can see this okay. So you're going to make an oval. That's our very first thing that you're going to draw. And then the next thing, you're going to draw his neck. So he just has a skinny neck like this. So just do 2 lines down and make his skinny neck. And we're going to do something with his neck later, so don't worry about that. But we're going to leave his neck just like this. And we're not going to be drawing the body of the reindeer, but we'll draw his neck. Okay? And then the next thing that you're going to do is we want to give him the start of his antlers. Not do them all the way, but we're going to put 2 lines up like this. That's going to be the beginning of his antlers. We're going to add to that later, but we're just going to put those there first just so we know where we want his antlers to be. Okay, just 2 lines. And remember, everything is beautiful. It doesn't matter what you do. If it doesn't look exactly like Mrs. Clark's, that's okay. Yours is just as nice as mine. That's what makes us all different. We don't want every picture to look the same as everybody else's, right? Okay, now we're going to do his ears. So he needs 2 ears, right? So these might be tough to do, but you're going to kind of do a curve to a point, curve to a point. See? And then we make it match there. And then we're going to do that on this side. So we're going to do a curve to a point and then curve to a point. So there he has 2 ears. You hear Bowie barking? He's not being a very good listener right now. I've asked him to be quiet, but he's playing with Sunny, so they are barking while they're playing. So sorry for that, friends. All right, so we've got 2 ears. Okay, so let's do his eyes now. How about that? So you're going to do 2 more ovals for his eyes, and you're going to go not all the way to the top, but kind of in the middle of his face. So we've got 1 eye, and then we've got another eye. So 2 ovals again, just right in the middle of his face. You got that? I bet yours looks great. I can't wait to see it. Okay. And then we are going to put 2 dots in the middle of his eyes, and those are his pupils, just like you have 2 black dots in your eyes. So we're going to do 2 smaller circles inside the ovals. And if you want to color in with your pencil right now, you can do that. You'll be able to color in maybe black with your markers or your crayons later, but just you can color them in right now so you can see the difference, and his eyes will look better when you have them colored in like that. So then you've got 2 eyes. That's like his pupils. Okay. Now we want to do a nose down here. So we're going to do a sideways oval for his nose. Just like that. There's his nose. Perfect. Looks like a reindeer, doesn't he? It's looking good. All right, let's add to his antlers up at the top here. We need to put those, like those other sticks on him. So he looks more like an older reindeer, because the reindeers, as they get older, their antlers grow. So we want to give him some antlers, or some little offshoots on his antlers. Just like that. And again, they can look any way. They don't have to look like Mrs. Clark's, because all reindeer's antlers do look different, so that's okay. All right, that looks pretty good. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to put a scarf on our reindeer. I know reindeers probably really don't wear scarves, but we're going to give him a scarf anyway because it's so cold out. So we're going to do a line across here on his neck and a line across here on his neck. Almost looks like a necklace, doesn't it? Or a choker. And then we're going to extend our line, kind of make it wavy because like the scarf is blowing in the wind. And at the very end, then you're going to put those little lines. That's like the little yarn that's at the end, or the fringe that's at the end of a scarf. And there you have it. You have your reindeer. I bet yours looks beautiful. Take a picture for me and have your mom or your dad send me the picture through our message system Remind, and then I'll post it on our website so everybody else can see your beautiful directed draw of a reindeer. All right, friends, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Bye.